Ormerod, the second division's top scorer with 18 goals. Dr. Martin's league side Newport fielded the same team from the first match. They were in the gold shirts. Blackpool in the tangerine shorts on this occasion, and commentary from Simon Brotherton.
Roberson. Now the chase is on for Shepherd. Good looking ball. Danny Coyd was there for Blackpool right at the last moment, just as Darren Ryan thought that he was going to score the opening goal. Ryan looking for Gary Shepherd. Here's Rose, testing Phil Barnes, the Blackpool goalkeeper. Promising signs in the early stages of this match for Newport County. Twice now they've had decent efforts on goal, and Rose, who scored in their league match at the weekend, forcing a save from Phil Barnes. Shepherd has support. Three players waiting inside the penalty area. One of them was Matt Rose. 23 minutes played, and you'd think Newport had just won the cup itself. Several times they threatened the Blackpool goal. This time they really meant it. Look at Rose, unmarked. Easy header. And the Dr. Martin's Premier Division side have their noses in front against Second Division Blackpool. That's a goal that Matt Rose will remember for a long time. O'Kane finding Murphy. Simpson again running away on the far side. Here he is now. Ormerod waits in the middle. Oh, that's good play by Simpson. In towards Ormerod! Benton gets it away. Simpson's cross, Ormerod got up well, fell kindly there for Newport. Ten minutes to go to the break here as Blackpool try to get back into the match. With Coyd, now O'Kane. Everyone back behind the ball, bar one for Newport County. Wellins. Murphy, now Ormerod. Oh, so close, John O'Kane. Just needed a touch. I was just about to say Blackpool will need to be creative to try and break down Newport County. They nearly did. There's half a dozen people really enjoying themselves here. Murphy with a little flick on. This is Ormerod. Doesn't need much room to turn, does he? Newport need to hang on. Blackpool will consider it a fine time to score. Mountain struggling. Oh, and it's off the line. Still not cleared. Oh, Ormerod denied. Fantastic goalkeeping by Pat Mountain. Blackpool so close there to an equaliser. First it was cleared off the line. And how about that for a stop? Simpson for Blackpool. Ormerod gets the away from Eckhart there. Has the legs to get past him. Oh, Murphy was close. Blackpool pushing hard for an equaliser there. Shepherd chasing away down the right. Now this is James. Good knock down towards Shepherd. O'Kane was there just in time for Blackpool. And again a poor clearance. Finding Nathan Davis, and now Rose. You can tell that Newport County enjoyed themselves in the first match up at Blackpool, and you can tell they're relishing this opportunity to play league opposition tonight. You can see in every challenge how much this cup tie means to the players of Newport County. They're straining every sinew in search of victory. Roberson. Decent looking ball. Oh! Chance there for Gary Shepherd. Good first time cross from Roberson. Shepherd up well. Here's Wellins. He's got Simpson outside him, but he's doing very nicely, thank you. Rose with the challenge. Ormerod, this is a good chance! And it's a fine goal! All eyes on Brett Ormerod tonight. Newport has suddenly deflated. Mood inside the ground appears to have changed now with Blackpool's equaliser. Home crowd not nearly as boisterous and buoyant. Here comes Ormerod again, good save by Mountain. Eckhart was there to mop up. Well, Steve McMahon said that Brett Ormerod's head has been all over the place in the last week or two with all this talk of a possible transfer, big money move, but certainly hasn't affected his play tonight. Wellins in towards Ormerod. Bullock. Newport be glad just to get a touch on the ball here. Murphy with a stretch! Oh! How close can you get without actually scoring? Blackpool desperately unlucky. Look at that from Murphy. Mountain couldn't believe his good fortune. Bullock for Blackpool. To Coyd. Blackpool really going for the jugular here right at the start. Oh, a fantastic way to start extra time. John Murphy with the header. Good ball in from Danny Coyd. Mountain just couldn't get there. Eckhart beaten in the air by Murphy, and Blackpool are ahead. Rose. Seems a long time ago now that Matt Rose put Newport County ahead. Here's Wellins for Blackpool. What an excellent run. Good support here. They're almost queuing up. Oh, what an unfortunate own goal of Steve Benton. Blackpool were piling on the pressure. They were almost queuing up for the shot. Simpson completely miskicked it. And the most unfortunate ricochet of all. Simpson ought to have done better with his opportunity. But in the end, he didn't need to. Blackpool have perhaps just shown why they play 3 divisions higher in the footballing hierarchy. Wellins away. Now Simpson. He probably couldn't believe the outcome of his miscued shot. Now Ormerod's in with a great chance here. It would be cruel if he scored again, but it's a cruel game. And Blackpool are going through to the second round of the FA Cup. Ormerod doesn't need much of a chance to score. He's proved that already tonight. He had the legs to get away from the defence. Almost a carbon copy of his first goal. Simpson with the first pass. Newport County undone in extra time. Blackpool will be safely through.
Well, I mean, you always hope, and the FA Cup's all about dreaming, and there's been nearly 4,000 people that have been dreaming here tonight, and unfortunately it wasn't meant to be, but I think we can be very proud and positive of everything that's going on here at Newport County tonight.
It was hard work, but I think if you ask their players, it was harder for them. FA Cup, it's special, isn't it? You know, and these things happen. Look at the night; it was made for an upset, wasn't it? The blustery conditions, the rain, the wind, going a goal down. you know, it was there for an upset. But our lads braved through it, especially started the second half. We took the game to them and we controlled it from them onwards. But all credit to their players. You know, they deserve all applaudits that they're going to get and the money that they've got as well.
Well, Blackpool did it in extra time, but in normal time, do you think Newport let them off the hook a bit?
Well, I think there's no doubt about that whatsoever. And when you consider the two games as well, Newport were in front 3 times in the 2 games.
A real good go, didn't they?
Oh, well, I mean, they've missed a couple of chances that tonight, really, that, you know, quite honestly, they should quite easily have buried. And Blackpool would have been real problems. And early on in the game, I mean, you've got to score from there, Ray, if you're going to win it. It's Ryan with the miss. But if you're going to win a cup tie against higher opposition, you have basically got to score that there is no other reason for it. And again, I mean, it's 1-0 at the moment to Newport. How about this for a chance as well? All right, slightly impeded by the defender, but looks even easier from there. And in fairness then to Blackpool, as Steve McMahon said, they didn't change the way they played, and they did play football. And just in the end, I mean, the class told, but Newport gave them a hell of a game.
When you look at sort of the non-league teams and the lower league teams, is it easy to see the join in terms of the difference?
No, it's impossible. I think both games, if you just walked into both stadiums that we've seen tonight and you knew nothing about either teams or the history of, you couldn't say who were the professional teams who weren't. There were 3 divisions between Newport and Blackpool, but the fact that, you know, twice in front at Bloomfield Road and then in front again tonight and missing those chances really just cost them. But then, you know,
a little bit of quality though, don't you? Eventually a little bit of quality, like Brett Ormerod is going to say, how good and what potential do you think he has?
Well, they're all looking at him. They signed him from Accrington Stanley for 50 grand for 2 or 3 years ago. He had a double fracture of his leg as well. I think 27 goals last year, 20 goals this year. And at the moment, I think they stand to multiply his transfer fee by about 30 times. I think they're to about £1.5 million at the moment. So it's probably gone up about 25 grand as well tonight. So Blackpool will be delighted about that.
I tell you what, you're great at the maths. Quick mention now of a couple of programmes coming up. As ever, Football Focus at midday on Saturday, which will concentrate on the reaction to the World Cup draw, which precedes Focus on BBC 2 from 10 a.m. Now, the story of the replays that were settled last night. Mark Pugac and Tony Gubber will guide us through all the action.
Whitby will loan the lead.